everyone. We are about to splash of the day, number 9, here at our Star Splashes Memorial Day event this weekend at Dog Mode. I want to thank everyone out here for coming and competing with us this beautiful weekend. Some Dog Sport, Canine for being our sponsors this weekend. We will get started here now with Miss Vendetta and Handler Ren with guest holder Billy. Vendetta. This is her very first event, right? Oh, okay. This is Vendetta's very, very first event with us here at Dog Mode, with W. Ren as her handler today.
What is this?
3, right? You doing practice? Ren, you doing a practice? Okay. Starting out with our practice jump here with Miss Vendetta. Watch out, Pandora. You might have some competition here. Good job, Detta girl. All right, jumping into our very, very first ever score here with us at our Star Stripes and Splashes Dog Mode Dog Diving event. On deck, we have we have Grimm, followed by Banks, Bindi, Dory, Frank, Gracie, Rue, and Jaeger. Jump number 1 coming up here for Vendetta and W. Ren. All right, very first score for Miss Vendetta, 3 feet 3 inches. No, sorry, 3 feet 9 inches. Sorry. 3 feet 9 inches. Good job, baby girl. Number 2 coming up here for Miss Vendetta and W. Ren. Nice job! Much bigger push off, baby girl. 4-9. All right, and a new personal best of 5 feet 0 inches. 5 feet 0 inches. Good job. She's really going to get Pandora a run for her money today. Good girl, Vendetta. Very first event with us ever. Good girl. Next on the dock, we have brand new girl, Graham, and Ursula. Boy, sorry. Taking our practice jump here with Mr. Grimm, very first event here with us. I threw first official score coming up here for Mr. Grimm and Ursula. Jump number 1 coming up here for Grimm and Ursula. Nice job, buddy. All right, very first official score for Mr. Grimm, 16 feet 6 inches. 16 feet 6 inches. Good job, buddy. On deck, we have Banks, followed by Bindi, Dory, Frank, Gracie Lou, Yeager, Jax, and Kepler. Jump coming up right here for Grimm and Ursula. Second score going to be a little bit shorter, coming in at 14 feet 0 inches. 14 feet 0 inches. Nice job, buddy. Very first NAD score. On the dock now, that brings us to Bubba Banks and Morgan with guest holder John. Banks has a great average of 20 feet 6 inches. We're taking our practice jump here. Coming up for Banks, Morgan, and John. First jump for Banks coming in at 19 feet 6 inches.
It's a pass.
19 feet 6 inches. Good job.
That was a strange one.
Jump number 2 going to be a little bit bigger at 21 feet 0 inches. Good master level jump there, 21 feet 0 inches. Good job, Banks. On deck, we have Bindi, followed by Dory, Frank, Gracie Lou, Yeager, Jax, Kepler, Kintla, and Kyla. Yes. On the dock, we have Little Miss Bindi and Asia. Bindi has a huge personal best all the way out to 15 feet 9 inches with a recent average of 11 feet 1 inch. This is wow, really, really good jump, girl. All right, and a brand new personal best, 16 inches. Nice job, baby. 16 feet 0 inches. Good job. Going right into jump number 2. A little bit shorter, but still a really good jump. 15 feet 9 inches. 15 feet 9 inches. Good job, Bindi. On deck, we have Dory, followed by Frank, Gracie Lou, Yeager, Jax, Kepler, Kintla, Kylo, and Laney. On the dock, that brings us to huge jumping and Teresa. Dory has a great personal best of 9 feet 9 inches with a recent average of 7 feet 10 inches. Dory is starting out with her practice jump. Number 1 coming up here for Dory and Teresa. Do you guys? Coming up here for Dory. Come on, Dory. Get it, Dory. Nice job. First jump coming up here for Dory is 6 feet 9 inches.
Just about through the painting.
6 feet 9 inches. I know. Number 2 coming up here for Dory and Teresa. Jump number 2 going to be a little bit 5 feet 9 inches. 5 feet 9 inches. Good girl, Dory. Now on the dock, that brings us to Mr. Frank the Tank with Mary Beth. Frank has a great personal best of 17 feet 3 inches with a recent feet 5 inches. On deck, Gracie Lou, followed by Yeager, Jax, Kepler, Kintla, Kylo, Laney, Potato, and Leary. Number 1 coming up right here for Frank and Mary Beth. First jump for little Frankie, coming in at 10 feet 9 inches. 10 feet 9 inches. Nice job, Frank. Two coming up right here for Frank and Mary Beth. Number 2 going to be quite a bit bigger, coming in at 12 feet 0 inches. 12 feet 0 inches. Good job, Frank. On deck, we have Gracie Lou, followed by Yeager, Jax, Kepler, Kintla, Kylo, Laney, Potato, Leary, and Nala. Big jump golden is Gracie Lou and Craig with guest holder Angie. Gracie has had a fantastic weekend with us, setting a personal best at her very first event here with 19 feet 3 inches and a recent average of 17 feet 6 inches. Taking our practice jump here with Miss Gracie Lou. Number 1 coming up here for Gracie Liu. All right, jump number 1 with a good score, 15 feet 9 inches. 15 feet 9 inches. Good job, Miss Gracie. Two coming up right here for Miss Gracie Liu, Craig and Angie. Much bigger jump on that one of 18 feet 0 inches. 18 feet 0 inches. Beautiful.
Probably would have gone 17.
Up, we have big jumping Jaeger and Ireland. Jaeger has a great personal best of 19 feet 7 inches with a recent average of 17 feet 6 inches. Going right into our square jumps here. Jump number 1 with a really good score of 19 feet 0 inches. Just 7 inches shy of that personal best. 19 feet 0 inches. Two coming up here for Jaeger and Ireland. We had a really good jump for jump number 1. Let's see if we can do it again. Jump number 2 a little bit shorter, 17 feet 6 inches. 17 feet 6 inches. Good boy, buddy. On deck, we have Jax, followed by Kepler, Kintler, Kylo, Laney, Potato, and Leary. On the dock, we have Mr. Jackson and Jensen with guest stroller Caitlin. Mr. Jax has a monster personal best of 20 feet 2 inches with a recent average of 16 feet 8 inches. Starting out with our practice jump. for Jax and Jensen. Jump number 1 coming in at 16 feet 6 inches. 16 feet 6 inches. As long as he doesn't die before he jumps. Wow! All right, jump number 2, a little bigger, 17 feet 0 inches. 17 feet 0 inches. On the back here with Taylor, going right into the sponge. Number 1 coming up here for Kepler. At least we made it in the pool this time. Jump number 1 coming up for Kepler, 9 feet 6 inches. 9 feet 6 inches. Let's try to redeem ourselves, buddy. Let's try it again. Jump number 2. Wow. This little man has a monster personal best of 16 feet 9 inches and a recent average of 13 feet 5 inches. Here we go, Kepler, jump number 2. Second jump, much, much better, 14 feet 3 inches. 14 feet 3 inches. Nice job, little Cap. Good boy. that brings us to Kidla Amanda with guest holder Teresa.
Kyla was just about
Kidla has a personal best of 5 feet 5 inches with a recent average of 4 feet 2 inches.
What?
Going right into our score jumps.
I got beheaded by a common.
For Kidla. Wow! Jump number 1 for baby Kidla. 3 inches. 3 feet 3 inches. Wait, didn't I? Second jump a little bit smaller, coming in at 2 feet 9 inches. 2 feet 9 inches. That would have been Pandora on Friday. Good job, baby Kidla. What? On the dock, we have big jumping Kylo and Shaylee. Kylo has a great personal best of 14 feet 9 inches with a recent average of 14 feet. Starting with our practice jump. Good job, Kylo. On deck, we have Lane, followed by Potato, Lily, Nala, Pandora, Raya, and Ren. One coming up here for Kylo. Jump number 1, a little bit short, but still a good jump of 10 feet 6 inches. 10 feet 6 inches, good boy. Up here for Kylo and Shaylee. Good boy, much better push off. Number 2, a little bit bigger, coming in at 13 feet 3 inches. 13 feet 3 inches. Well, it was to Lainey and Katie, and guest holder pom-poms, aka spirit thumbs, aka spirit fingers, whatever names you have now.
Read your other joke.
And looks like we have little Cole Child's baby brother over here, watching Lainey. Lainey has a personal best of 21 feet 9 inches with a recent average of 18 feet 10 inches. Taking our practice jump here. Good girl, Amy. No. Coming up here for Lainey and Katie. Another master level jump coming at 20 feet 3 inches. 20 feet 3 inches. Good job, Lainey. Going into jump number 2 here for Katie and Lainey. 20 feet 3 inches is the mark to beat. All right, about a foot shorter than jump number 1 at 19 feet 3 inches. 19 feet 3 inches. We will keep that master level jump. Good job. Jump on the block. We have big jump in the middle. And Caitlin with guest holder Jensen. Potato has a great personal best of 14 feet 0 inches, which she got today, and a recent average of 11 feet 11 inches. Number 1 coming up here for Potato and Caitlin. Jump number 1 coming in at 12 feet 6 inches. 12 feet 6 inches. personal best, 14 feet 3 inches. 14 feet 3 inches. Mr. Potato Head. On the dock, we have Leary and Sydney. Leary has a great personal best of 5 feet 6 inches with a recent average of 4 feet 4 inches. Starting out with a practice jump here for Leary and Sydney. Up here for Leary and Sydney. Jump number one, a really good one of 5 feet 0 inches. 5 feet 0 inches. Two coming up here for Little Leary and Sydney. Right, and brand new personal best of 6 feet 3 inches. 6 feet 3 inches. Good job, Little Leary. We have Little Miss Nala with Jamie and guest holder Asia. Nala has a great personal best all the way out to 23 feet 6 inches with a recent average of 19 feet 0 inches. Starting out with a practice jump here. Jump number one coming up here for Nala, Jamie, and Asia. On deck we have Pandora, followed by Raya, Ren, Rip, another Rip, Rowdy, Yonka, and Safari. First jump with a score of 21 feet 9 inches. 21 feet 9 inches. Good girl, Nala. Number 2 coming up right here for Jamie, Asia, and Nala. A little bit shorter, coming in at 19 feet 0 inches. 19 feet 0 inches. Good girl, Nala. On deck, we have Pandora, followed by Raya, Ren, Rip, Rowdy, Yonka, and Safari.
What's up, Coach Billy?
On the dock, we have huge jumping Pandora with the score of 29 feet 3. Oh, my bad. Personal best of 9 feet 3 inches. And here's an average of 5 feet 11 inches. Pandora's going to go right into her score jumps here. Pandora score coming in at 6 feet 0 inches. 6 feet 0 inches.
Pass that time.
Okay. Really good Pandora score coming in at 6 feet 9 inches. 6 feet 9 inches. Good girl, baby. On deck, we have Raya, followed by Ren, Rip, Rowdy, Yonka, and Safari. On the dock, Southpaw Sarah and Raya with Spirit Fingers Madison. And we have Tom in the corner where he belongs and time out. Time out, Tom. No, all right, taking a practice jump here with Raya. Monster personal best of 23 feet 4 inches and a recent average of 21 feet 7 inches. Coming up here for Miss Raya and Sarah. And Tom, cheering in the corner. Time out. coming up right here for Miss Raya. Second jump, a little bit shorter, 19 feet 6 inches. And you heard it here from Tom. That was definitely Mom's fault. Good job, Miss Ryan. Definitely keep that 23 feet 3 inch score. The dock. That's going to bring us to little Aussie Ren Jensen with guest holder Caitlin. Ren has a great personal best of 21 feet 4 inches with a recent average of 19 feet 6 inches. Going into our practice jump. One coming up right here for Ren and Jensen. First jump coming in at 17 feet 3 inches. 17 feet 3 inches for Miss Ren. Coming up right here for Miss Ren, Jensen, and Caitlin. You're going to be a little bit bigger at 18 feet 3 inches. 18 feet 3 inches. Good job, Ren. Good job. big jump in and Marie with guest holder Southpaw Sarah. Rip has a massive personal best of 19 feet 10 inches, which she did get at the last splash, and a recent average of 17 feet 2 inches. What'd she do? Up here for Rip, Marie, and Southpaw Sarah. Gotta make sure we don't get any brown stars with Sarah the holder back there. She's first jump for Mr. Rip coming in at 17 feet 0 inches. 17 feet 0 inches. Just 2 inches shy of recent average. Gonna need a little bit more to beat that personal best, buddy. On deck, we have the other Rip, Rowdy, Yonka, Safari, Sky, Sly, Tucker, Zion, and finishing the splash with Osa. Jump number 2 coming up right here for Rip and Marie. A little bit bigger, coming in at 17 feet 9 inches. 17 feet 9 inches. Good job, Rip. Yes, I think. On the dock, we have the other Rip and Ursula. Rip has a great personal best of 22 feet 9 inches with a recent average of 18 feet 11 inches. Rip is going to be starting off with a practice jump. Coming up right here for Rip and Ursula. Jump number 1 coming in at 13 feet 9. 13 feet 9 inches. Right here for Rip and Ursula. Two coming in at 12 feet 0 inches. 12 feet 0 inches. Up with Mr. Rowdy and Jamie with guest holder Asia. Rowdy has a monster personal best of 3 feet 6 inches with a recent average of 19 feet 4 inches. On deck, Bianca, followed by Safari, Sky, Sly, Tucker, Zion, and finishing up Osa. Up here for Rowdy and Jamie. Nice jump for Mr. Rowdy.
22.2.
22 feet 2 inches. 22 feet 2 inches. Really nice master level jump. Good job, buddy. Another really good jump off the dock. Going to be pretty similar to score number 1.
22.6.
Landon coming in at 20 feet 6 inches, just 1 foot shy of that personal best. Good boy. 22 feet 6 inches.
Dutch Shepherd. Practice a 13-foot first jump.
the dock, we have Miss Mama Dog Yanka and Teresa, guest holder Craig. Oh, the other way around. That's fine. You can be a guest holder today. Who's the guest thrower? Starting out with our practice jump here. The one coming up right here for Yanka, Teresa, and Craig. Yes. There for Miss Yanka.
17.6.
Really good score, 17 feet 6 inches. 17 feet 6 inches. Good job, Yanka. Jump number 2 coming up here for Yanka and Craig and Teresa. Coming in at 17 feet 9 inches. 17 9 inches for that second jump. Good girl. Now on the dock, we have Miss Safari, also very first time here. Event, Ren? Okay, awesome. Safari's very first event here with us, and W. Wren is going to be handling her. Taking our practice jump here. Oh, she. All right, up next on the dock, we have Sky and Sage. Sky has a great personal best of 22 feet 3 inches with a recent average of 19 feet 0 inches. We're going right into jump number 1 here for Sky and Sage. Really a mid-air catch. Really, really good Sky jump.
22.3.
Matching her personal best of 22 feet 3 inches. Nice job, baby. We need one more inch and we have a new personal best. Good girl.
See how she flies.
She's coming up here. Another really, really good jump for Sky.
My goodness.
Going to be similar to jump number 1. Did we get a new score?
What's her personal best? That'll be a new one at 20.
Yeah, new personal best, 23 feet 1 inch. Very, very good girl. Almost a foot over that recent personal best. So on the dock, that brings to Mr. Sly and Amanda with guest holder Caitlin. Sly has a personal best of 7 inches with this recent average of 17 feet 7 inches. On deck, we have Tucker, followed by Zion, and then finishing out the splash with Osa. One coming up here for Sly and Amanda. Oh! Oopsie! That was a little bit of an oopsie. Did you grab that 12-foot? We got 12 foot 3 inches. Oh. On the dock, we have huge and pointed. And Jamie with guest holder Asia. Not Jamie. Jamie has a great personal best. Tucker has a great personal best of 26 feet 2 inches with a recent average of 22 feet 1 inch. Taking our practice jump. There's coming up here for Tucker. Whoa! Really big splash. Lots of speed.
20 feet 10.
Good master level jump coming in at 20 feet 10 inches. 20 feet 10 inches. Good job, Tucker. Getting you to do a little bit better in order to get to that personal best area in the elite division.
Zion also. He only needs to. He should not.
Number 2, wow. Another really, really good jump. Going to be a little bit bigger than jump number 1.
22.6.
Coming in at 22 feet 6 inches. 22 feet 6 inches. Good job, Tucker. On deck, if you can't hear him, we have the Coonhound Zion, and then finishing up the splash with Osa. Dock, we have Big Loud Zion, the Redbone Coonhound, and W. Wren. Zion has a personal best of 7 feet 8 inches with a record of 6 feet 4 inches. Taking our practice jump here off the ramp. Good job! One coming up here for Zion and WN. I think he's ready for it this time. Really good Zion jump. Good boy. 5 feet 2 inches for Zion. Very, very good boy. That was a good push off there, but let's see if we can do it again. Good boy. Number 2 coming up right here for Zion and WN. Get it, Zion. Yeah! Good boy.
6 inches.
boy. The dock, finishing up the splash, we have giant jumping Osa Bear with a personal best of 30 feet 1 inch and a recent average of 26 feet 6 inches. Coming up here for Osa Bear and Teresa with guest thrower Craig. Oh, really good Osa Bear jump. Good job. 27.6. Beautiful jump coming in at 27 feet 6 inches. 27 feet 6 inches. Looks like you evaded some brown stars there. Good job. Gold star, Osa Bear. Coming up right here for Osa, Craig, and Teresa. 27 feet 6 inches is the mark to beat. Good Osa jump, little bit shorter, coming in at 25 feet 6 inches. 25 feet 6 inches. And that was our last dog with the last splash of this beautiful Sunday. And we will see everyone for our last day tomorrow morning at our 8 a.m. splash. Thank you so much.
Great job.